80s, when I was in the Philippines, the timber business, some of the people I was working with, they wanted to invite me to do some hunting about the Tamaraw. They invited me to go to Mindoro to shoot wild animals. And I didn't go at that time, And then 30 years later, with Manu, I become involved with saving the Tamaraw.
The D'Abbeville Foundation has been active with the Tamaraw conservation since 2012. And we started first with global assessment and verification survey in the inner Mindoro Island to try to find out where we can still find Tamaraws. And we have found out that there is basically only 3 remaining populations. And this is a very important information because it means that there is not many Tamaraw population left and the range is decreasing. And this is what is alarming because it means that there is an issue of carrying capacity of the species.
In 2018, the first mission for this year, we conducted this survey in Mount Batuoy. D'Abbeville Foundation, through its program manager, Emmanuel Schutz, assisted us, provided the support that we need to conduct these population surveys in Mindoro. And during that survey, we had sightings of 7 Tamaraws. Our team was able to reach up to the boundary of the 2 provinces, and they saw these tracks 1.7 kilometers away from the boundary. We presume that it is already within Oriental Mindoro, and it is very significant because the last reported sighting was in 1987, still 3 decades that we have this. We have a report of sightings for Oriental Mindoro.
When I did my first exploration in Mindoro, which was on my own pocket money, and we went with the rangers in the heart of Mindoro beyond the patrolling routes. I just witnessed these Mangyan indigenous communities living in the middle of Mindoro, out of the modern world, trying to preserve their independence. And it's when I discovered that these Mangyan indigenous communities are the solution and the source of inspiration for us in conservation to build consistent programs. And this is the main objective of the Mangyan Tamaraw-driven landscape program, which aims at protecting and preserving the Tamaraw and enhancing the well-being of the people sharing the living space with the species. One of the focus of the program is to support the rangers. The rangers are the one on the site, protect Tamaraw, collect information, and to secure there is no illegal activities inside the park, for example.
Ang ginagawa po naming mga rangers dito sa Mount Iglit na nakabase ay ang pagsasagawa po ng pagpapatrolya at pagmumonitorya sa buong nasasakupan po ng Mount Iglit upang protektahan po ang Tamaraw. Malaki pong naitulong nila sa aming mga rangers ay yun nga pong tinuruan nila kami ng makabagong teknolohiya at gagaya po ng pagbibigay nila ng mga trainings na sila po yung na kumakalap ng pundo upang pangtulungan ang Tamaraw Conservation Program.
Ang unang-unang tulong ng D'Abbeville Foundation sa pag-aaral tungkol sa habitat ng Tamaraw, sila rin ang nagpo-provide ng mga pangangailangan ng mga rangers doon sa area na yan, na kung minsan kinakapos ng pambaho sila yung nagbibigay.
They provided a monitoring station, like a ranger station in Palbong. We are very thankful for the partnership with D'Abbeville Foundation, not only for the support for Tamaraw conservation but also for the welfare of the Tamaraw Rangers.
Naibabahagi ng D'Abbeville Foundation sa Tamaraw Conservation. Tulad ngayon, nandyan si Sir Alvaro Gonzales na hire ng D'Abbeville Foundation upang manguna sa pagkandak ng Tamaraw Habitat Assessment sa Mount Iglit ako.
My work here is to look at habitat diversity and composition at those habitats that are most frequented by Tamaraw Mount Sikilid-Baco Natural Park, and also to look at how Tamaraws use the habitat and they are geographically distributed. We do botanical quadrats and transects looking for indirect signs of mammals. This information is important because we know very little about the endemic mammals of Mindoro, and the information obtained during this work will help for their management and conservation.
It is important for the WL Foundation to work with local stakeholders and authorities and to connect them with the international community.
We are participating in the Tamaraw Conservation Planning Workshop, where we are discussing and agreeing a plan of action for conservation of Tamaraw in Mindoro for the next 10 years. So DAF is one of the key organisations working in the Philippines on Tamaraw conservation, and the IUCN has been lucky to work with DAF over the last 3 years. DAF has helped to facilitate working between organisations in the Philippines over the last 7 or 8 years, and has been key to bring the Philippine partners and the international partners together in order to organise this workshop.
For the past 26 years, the Mount Sikilid-Baco has no management plan yet. Actually, the Abubel Foundation, it's a great help in the formulation of management plan. They tap people who are expert in many fields of specialization to be included in the management plan.
The Tamaraw, but in general the natural landscape of Mindoro are in critical state. And thanks to the collaborative work of the local stakeholders, Philippine government, WL Foundation, other partner NGOs and international partners, we have come up with a long-term management plan and conservation plan, which is in need of support to properly execute this plan for the long-term conservation of the Tamaraw and the natural landscape of Mindoro.
We have to look at things globally for the world. By destroying the environment, you will put human life in danger. And once you are a father, and even more a grandfather, then you realize that you are just a piece of a chain, you know. In that sense, everything is important. And now, when you lose some animal of the size of a Tamaraw, the impact on the mind of the people is 10 times more than an insect you didn't even know it existed. That is the reason why we also focus on the Tamaraw. So we are on the right path.